Hello, hello, hello. I think everything should be working. So, sup, y'all? Sorry it's been a bit. macOS Tahoe beta really did a number on my computer, so I wasn't actually able to stream during that time. I didn't feel comfortable streaming because I didn't want an issue with with hardware to actually get in the way. So here we are. And this is what I'm doing. All right, one sec. I was actually trying to figure out how I cancel it. How I change my billing real quick on this. Change plan. Can I go back to free forever? Great. All right, so what I was canceling was I had a form spree plan, and I was using form spree actually in the beginning of Camp Notes whenever I had a wait list on, so I could automatically get people when they submitted the form for the wait list. They would get added to one Signal, which would send out an email it would send out the auto email of thanks for signing up. Please reply here if you want to hit test flight, all that jazz. And then I would have that email, and if they use the same email to sign up, I had a Firebase function that would check the email that they signed up with and see if it worked against the form spree email. And if they did, then I could combine those one Signal records rather than having two separate ones. Anyway, the app is released. It is not using, it is released. I don't actually need the paid plan anymore of form spree. I don't get enough submissions. I actually don't even get that much traffic going to my website. So I was like, let's save some money and cancel it. I think I have 1 month left of the premium plan because I need the API access. But other than that, like I said, I barely have anyone visiting the website. I'm definitely not going to have 50 submissions in the month. So that's where we're at on that. Cool. So what are we doing today? Today is a Shipaton. We're going to work through the Shipaton. What are we working through? The Shipaton information, the Shipaton form and everything that's required for that. So it's going to be a lot of talking through what's the purpose of Camp Notes, all that jazz. Since the last time I streamed, was to make the app-wide navigation system. Ended up doing that. It's great. Since then, the app has launched. It's been around. It is here. I have users. We can go check those users out in Posthog. Only 12 visits have been made total, and I think I've made 4 of them. I've made a chunk of them. My wife has made a chunk of them. I don't know who else has made a chunk. But yeah, so we have a few people made visits, and it's filtered based on who's actually through the App Store, and I think test flight. This is just it in a bar chart. Something I do have here is when a certain event is done, or maybe it's all events. I don't remember at this point right now. I send up the app, what environment people are in. So are they in test flight, or in the App Store, or what this unknown is here? So the unknown would be just it doesn't qualify for test flight or App Store, which I think is whenever Apple checks the binaries and stuff whenever they do their testing to go onto test flight. So those are mainly my active users, because every time I push to main, I build a test flight build for my alpha users, which are just me, to my normal non-dev Apple ID account. So yeah. And then this is a little chart that shows me the different versions that are popular, which makes way more sense that the 110 is going to be really popular, because that's again what I'm pushing more so right now. So let's go into edit here actually and filter out those people. So we're going to filter out internal and test users, and we can filter out a person property app environment, and we want to filter out unknown and test flight. We really only want the App Store properties, because that's going to tell me when people are upgrading, right? And when I can drop things and stuff like that. Oh, I hit edit. Yeah, save. Great. So when we go back here to the dashboard, great, we can start to see this is what's being done from the App Store version. So obviously something's not quite right because I'm still getting like 110 and 110 is not out. So something's not quite right with my environment stuff, but we'll figure it out. Let's go figure it out now. Edit. Application opened. It should be no unknown. Oh, does not equal unknown or test flight. There we go. So some of these were before I implemented the version. So like you'll see here. That still shouldn't be right, but we'll just leave it. It's fine. It gets me way closer. Doesn't contain, maybe? No. Doesn't equal test flight for sure. And we should also say doesn't equal unknown. Like I said, they're still not quite the right thing here, but we'll just save it. Should be fine. And let's go do the same thing for the iOS versions because I don't really want to get people who are not on the iOS versions. So we have 18.6.2, 26, and 18.7 coming through. Makes sense. Edit. Oh, and this is just equal to App Store. Oh, that's probably what I should do actually for this one. Edit. Only App Store equals. Save. That makes way more sense. Yeah, so we'll start to see only values that come from the App Store, right? So 101, that's what's currently up there, that kind of thing. All right, so like I said, Camp Notes is out. We can see it. Website's here, campnotes.app. Get it while it's hot. There's free. It launched with a free and a pro version, right? So I have a free version, and it allows you to basically do everything except for share visits, reuse visit details, and do little visit summary cards. And the pro version unlocks those things. It also lets you add as many up to 20 photos to, this should not say unlimited, up to 20 photos to a visit. Sorry, trying to think there. And also I'm gonna give 1% of revenue to the Nature Conservatory or Conservancy. There we go. Pricing. There's a blog. You can go read about it. I have yet to be consistent, which is the story of my life. I am trying to do like a actual true marketing blog here. Marketing push. I say try because, well, here we are. So the beta came out. The app launch is not here. It should have been. That means something is not working right. Let's go open up the marketing to see what's happened. It should have come out on the 15th, and it didn't. GitHub.com/campnote/marketing. Repositories. Oh, it's not in this one. It's because it was before I was ready. Okay, so it said it checked for scheduled posts on the 15th here. And what happened? It didn't do it. Let's try it. All right, so I had So I have this, right? It's going to go through and it's going to run node publish posts. No, is it not going to run publish posts? It probably doesn't know where to run publish posts from. I don't even know where it is. I forgot where I put them. Oh, right here. Okay, but it says if this was working before and now it's not, and I don't understand. Like, I had tried it. I don't know. Let's add publish posts. This is not picking up posts that need to be published. Let's see what Claude says. Claude helped me with this. So the script, I'm kind of trying to like hack GitHub Actions into like being able to schedule a post for me. Wait, was that really the issue? So like, and because I'm using 11D, I had to write my own script that basically just checks if there's a post on today's date. Does it post today's date? And if it's been posted, don't do it before again. Node publish posts. Ah, this worked. Okay, so let's I don't really care. I apparently had a syntax error. Great. Well, that was easy. Git commit -m fix remove unknown ch in publish post script. So this is going to enable me to be able to publish blog posts as I need to. So let's push this, and I think it also runs on every push. Yeah, so we're going to push to main, and it just runs at 9 a.m. UTC. So now, in theory, actions, this one's posting. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it breaks. Yeah, so I get to schedule posts. Now, just it checks on date, and then what it'll do is it'll put today's current date in the date string of the let 2 insertions, 1 deletion. Publish scheduled posts. Let's see what that commit is. So it puts in the 2 string of the date that it runs, the time it runs, and then it says true. And let's make sure it actually is working. It's posted on Cloudflare. I'm human. Hold on, I have other things on Cloudflare that should probably not be seen. I need to just... Here we go. We're on Camp Notes app. And then if we go to, where are they? Pages, where am I looking? Does it work? No, it's not workers. Where is it? That's error pages, which again is not right. I hate Cloudflare because it's really hard to just find things for me. Overview. Maybe I can find it in DNS. Well, I know it's here. Workers for platforms. Where did it go? Oh, compute workers, workers and pages. Those are redirects. This one. Camp Note Marketing looks like it ran. Publish scheduled posts. If we go look at the deployment site, we'll see that my announcement post finally went. I'm glad I checked that. I should have checked that right when I right when I launched, after the 15th, but I didn't, so here we are. Why am I so little? Sorry about that, y'all. I am warming up again still on the streams. All right, but it's posted, it's here, which is great. So that means that we're gonna be able to start scheduling posts and do more of like a marketing push itself. Anyway, long story short, Camp Notes works. It is ready to be used. So let's start on the Shipaton thing. So I have 3 things on the stream docket for today that'll be shifting around probably. I don't really need to mark if it's today or not. We're gonna start with the Shipaton form and getting all the info there that I need. Then we're gonna go to Camp Notes. If I get bored of doing that, which knowing me, I probably will, we'll go to Camp Notes and work on some of that for the next version because I have some things I need to get done. And if I get bored of that, we'll go to iHog because iHog needs to work for iOS 26. And there's just some stuff I need to do there to make sure it's ready. But first, let's start with the Shipaton stuff. So these are the things that need to be done for Shipaton. So this is just going to be a lot of answers, questions, jazz, building out assets. That is what this stream is for, so that I have pressure to get it done. All right, so project name, Camp Notes, elevator pitch. Remember the best campsites, avoid the worst ones, share your experiences. So here's where the fun part comes in, is my about. So the inspiration, what it does, how it was built, any challenges we ran into, accomplishments that we're proud of, and then what we learned and what's next for Camp Notes. All right, so, actually, hold on, chats. I actually did a lot of this building inside ChatGPT, which I really enjoyed doing. So here's like an app summary that I built, allowing you to remember where you're tracking. The whole purpose of the app, which doesn't actually exist yet, is the real-time collaboration with other users through selective sharing. So the inspiration came from my wife and I started camping this year, and we wanted to make notes and share, make notes in a shared way so that we knew which campsites to go back to or to just avoid. I wanted to make notes in a shared way. I decided to turn it into an app. Turn this idea into an app to make sure we gather the data that we need to properly evaluate a site. This way, we are always... yeah, that's fine. Let's make this a little bit better. Camp Notes came along because my wife and I started camping this year. We wanted to make notes in a shared way so that we knew which campsites to go back to or ones to just avoid. I decided to turn this into an app idea, and this idea into an app to make sure we gather what we need to properly evaluate a site. Camp Notes allows for users to add campgrounds and sites. So Camp Notes is a community-driven campground and site journal, ranker. No, it's like kind of similar to like Gas Buddy. I should go look up different things. gas buddy description. I didn't know they started in Dallas. That's interesting. Crowdsource is a community Camp Notes data is crowdsourced. Is currently crowdsourced. So the campgrounds listed are the ones that users have been to or want to go to. Allows users to record visits against campgrounds and sites they make. Or already exist. Sorry, y'all, this is probably not the most ecstatic thing to watch. That might be a little bit better. But feel free, ask questions. I'm super happy to answer them, all that jazz. I'm just trying to get this info in, and I knew if I didn't stream it, I wouldn't at least start. But yeah. And sites they make or already, sites they make or find in the app. Visits include a rating, and notes include a rating that's used to give the site and campground rating. That's used to, I don't like that as much, but okay. We're just gonna kind of word vomit here, and then we'll go and clean it up as it happens. Visits include a rating that's used to give these, to calculate. Yeah. And then have a private notes and photos section so that the user can remember exactly what they want without telling other users. Can remember exactly what they want and keep their details private. Some challenges I ran into. What are some challenges I ran into? Sorry, I'm trying to think, because ultimately, this was actually a pretty smooth, app development process. I don't know if I've had a smoother one, to be honest. Yeah. Hold on. All right. So, what are the challenges I ran into? One of them was authentication. Well, hold on. Some challenges I ran into. I kind of kept this really slim, so it's really hard to think of the challenges. I should have been writing or documenting some stuff down. Let's see. Thread stop. Nah, that's not, I'm not signed in there. Hold on. Y'all are gonna see my crazy threads algorithm for a moment. Okay, so this is okay, so first off, something I did go into. Why? Okay, macOS, you're being weird. craft, where are you? Great. The design. Challenges I ran into implementing the design I wanted versus the deadline I needed to follow to submit and get feedback quickly. Again, this isn't really like a development challenge. This is kind of like a user challenge. Empty data sets. So since this is currently crowdsourced data, users are faced with a lot of empty choices, are faced with not a lot of campgrounds, so it might make the app feel less useful since they don't know they can add campgrounds. Again, I feel like this is more like a speed, like why don't you get this out? This is, and like everything's just going to get better from here at this point. But I don't know, I could be wrong. Not I could be wrong, I do know. All right, so that was that one. App Store rejections for a few. J Wilson zip. Waiting for review. Yeah, and I did a couple like blog posts around this. App Store rejections due to Apple not logging in correctly, or me not properly, or my views not properly scaling for different device sizes. All right, accomplishments. Accomplishments I am proud of. Launching this. I start a lot of projects with huge goals, but usually they fizzle out. I was able to make Camp Notes a much smaller app than originally intended. I can actually launch it. Could actually launch it. What's another one? There is I feel really silly pointing out that I have one like conversion. So I have a purchase. In the first week of launching, I have a subscribe to the app. So that's really great. Like already making revenue. It's $30 a year, but hey, that is more than what this was. Oh. So let's see. Camp Notes started. Look, it's great. Like I have actually a lot of this here. I guess I shouldn't really link in here. Like there are places where I can do build in public, and this was something that like I want to do. Let's see, this started in 2 weeks. What made this different? The external deadline. Yep, staying focused on shipping. Yeah, I did do that. Okay. So I guess another challenge I had was Firebase auth not clearing the authentication token quickly enough when it comes to when a user attempts to sign in after signing out, and the user or the user has bad logins, has unsuccessful logins. This was remedied by adding in a little bit of a delay, which feels like a code smell, but seems to have solved it. And Apple being weird about tying a subscription to a user account. I don't know why, but they were like, I got a weird like rejection about Apple saying that like subscriptions can't be tied to a user account, and I'm like, this makes no sense. But it did, like, and I argued, like I replied back, and it did, and eventually they did like approve it. They were like, oh, thanks for pointing it out. Yeah, you're right. I'll approve it. It was weird. You can actually catch that follow-up. Where'd it go? Oh, maybe I didn't, but I wrote about it somewhere. I thought maybe it was on Mastodon. Usually I just post like from the same thing, so maybe not. No, I did not capture it here. That's fine. Anyway. Accomplishments. What other accomplishments am I proud of? Oh, I also ran into like beta issues. Okay. Anyway. Accomplishments I am proud of. Following. I used. No, that's fine. I think this is okay with accomplishments I'm proud of. I'm not quite sure. I might add more before we get there, but we'll see how that goes. Zoom back out. Hey, what if you don't eat yourself or scratch yourself? I think that'd be great. All right, what's next? What I learned, what's next? Okay. what I learned, how to effectively prompt Claude code. So if you go look back at my blog post that I was saying where I like finally submitted, what made things different, like honestly Claude code really helped me get there. To either like complete smaller tasks, how to effectively prompt Claude code to complete tasks for me. So like I wouldn't say like I did vibe code like a chunk of the app. Hey, stop. Sorry, the dog is eating himself, and that's like a little bit annoying. So I did vibe code. I did do a lot of like coding assisted, AI assisted coding. Wow, there we go. Via Claude Code. I'd go through. I'd tell it start with a prompt, have it make a plan, and then figure out how to go and execute that plan. Whether I got it like really, really detailed, or I was like, hey, go through it, and then guided it along the way, like to follow proper architecture, follow the architecture that I absolutely wanted, stuff like that. Get features in. And I also learned how to effectively where the limits of like Claude Code are. When to not let AI do something for me. So like, what I mean by that, when to not let AI do something for me. So like, sometimes I had a really hard time describing like what I wanted, so it wouldn't get it, or it would just go in circles, right? So like, it would just get stuck and just keep trying to do the same thing over and over. And then like, it would just be easier for me to go and complete what needs to be done myself. So Claude wouldn't go and do it for me. I'd just be like, great, I'm gonna go take care of it. And I think that makes it easier for, especially when I'm like planning on how to make like a gradient type of thing. A progressive gradient in SwiftUI on the My Visits view. That's also something I was really proud of, like coding wise. I was getting that part done. That was this on this view here, like this little progressive gradient, like figuring out how to do that, like was like amazing to me. Anyway, so when to not let AI do something for me, again, don't let it like spin around too much, and then also to like, and also sometimes it's just easier for me to do it than it is for me to describe, think of the plan, and then go round and round and round again. What else I learned? How simple revenue cap paywalls are to integrate, which I had not used, and I had stayed away because I thought they were gonna be a lot harder, and they are super simple to to use. I feel like that's weird to put in here, but we'll do that. What else did I? Okay, hey J, nope, jwilson.zip. Let's see. What else what I learned? It's okay to ship a basic app, to ship the basic form, and then improve upon it, and then iterate on it. Feedback doesn't happen until you get it out to people. So like this, like I had a specific case in the app. The app forced, so before when I opened it up to test flight, the first piece of feedback I received was to not hit users with a stop eating yourself. Sorry. Is to not hit users with a hard with a sign up and login form, but to ease them into it, which I knew, but I didn't think of changing at first, and was probably gonna like try to launch that way before even hitting app review. I was gonna try to app review it, but didn't think of changing at first to get the app, so I could focus on actual app features like recording a visit or adding a campground. But due to this feedback, like, I immediately changed it before app review. Let's see, which I knew, but I didn't think of changing it at first, so I could focus on actual app features. I had planned on tackling it after V1 was approved, and it would be a fast follow. But due to this feedback, I decided to implement it, to create a short onboarding and then make the account creation optional unless you want to record a visit. So you can go and like browse at campgrounds, browse at sites, that kind of jazz. But you can't like record a visit without an account. And I think that's okay. I think that is a good like compromise at this point. Maybe, you know, that like in a V1.2, that's something that changes, but I think right now that is okay, that is not what is changing. Sweet. Oh, sorry. Thank you for just sleeping, Thorgy. Alright, I think those are probably pretty good for what I learned right now. I guess I should explain a bit more of this. How to effectively prompt Claude Code. Claude Code requires clear goals and not as strict requirements outside the gate. So yeah, so how to effectively prompt Claude Code. So what I found is like it likes instructions, but it doesn't like instructions like, hey, do X, do step 1, do step 2, do step 3. It likes instructions to be given of like what you're trying to achieve. Maybe there's some input on how you want to achieve it. And then I found it really nice to make the plan first. It works great to make a plan. It works great and then it works great. And then it works, outside the gate. Then guide it into the proper coding style or implementation through the plan mode. Yeah, and that way the plan mode, it matches what you're thinking, it matches what Claude is thinking, and then usually that gets me like 98% of the way there. Once the plan is set, let it run its course, let it do its thing. but be prepared to step in and make lots of commits along the way. The commits are going to allow you to like backtrack if you get lost too much into Claude, or it goes like awry. You can always go back to a working part. Also, what I figured out is that Claude code can read at least git commits, like the message itself. So trying to be descriptive there is really nice as well. When to not let AI do something for me. AI really assisted in this app, but there were parts where it just struggled to follow existing patterns, mainly when I have enum cases, when I have like specific types and functions for things it just doesn't know and doesn't do the... It's too much for it to like fully use properly. Well, again, I'm gonna toss this and make it sound a lot better. Also, we're gonna use AI, and one of the things it's really great at. All right, so those are 3 things I learned. Accomplishment, great. What's next? So the things that are next for camp notes, we're gonna say feature-wise, collaboration. I want users to be able to collaborate on visits together. Hold on. If you are ever curious about what is going on in Camp Notes world, I have a wonderful project everyone can go check out. It should be open. Anyone can see it. It is on GitHub. It has my tasks and everything there, like what I'm considering, what's currently in progress, all that jazz. So yes, there's the ability to add a visit without inputting site or campgrounds, but that's going to be done before I actually submit. I'm almost there. I'm going to add gamification to this. So like as a user, do I not have photos? I don't. So like basically when you add a visit or you go to new states, or do I not have, I thought I had, okay. So like first time when you make your first time visit, add photos, go to different states, share visits with with friends. You know, these kind of things like are really fun, really cool stuff I can add. We can even do like location based things. Are you camping on the beach? Are you like, now I'll have like this might take some server work, right? But like I know where campgrounds are because they're based on a location. So that is something that we are going to be able to like calculate at some point, is when you add a visit to a certain campground, maybe you start counting how many times you've camped on the beach, and then you're a beach bum, like achievement, like something like that. I don't know. Stuff like that. Again, adding in some type of gamification here. So that's coming up next. A true offline mode. I realized while camping, like offline just is not a thing as much as I thought it was going to be with Firebase, like the built-in Firebase behavior. And so I really have to try that. I'm hoping that the ability to add a visit without inputting a site or campground can actually help with that as well, though. And then I think the next and most important thing is being able to sort campgrounds based on their distance to where the user actually is on the app, in the app, you know, like, or where the actual user actually is in real life. So like I'm in Washington, so I should probably see Washington campgrounds first instead of ones that are all the way in like Australia. But that's not currently how it's written, because again, I was trying to get things out, get it shipped, stuff like that. That these are kind of things that can be added as stuff goes on. So those are like the 3 features that I want to do next for camp notes. And then also collaboration. to collaborate on visits together so that the notes and photos are shared. Hey Tommy, what am I developing? Good question. So tonight we're not really working on like development stuff. We are going through the questions in the Shipaton hackathon and filling them out because my project is at a point where it's done. I need to go and figure out, I do have a couple more things I need to do on it before I actually fully ship it to Shipaton, but it is out. It's on the App Store. It is called Camp Notes. It is a camping visit tracker, basically. Camp Notes, a camping journal app. It allows you to track your visits to different campsites, different campgrounds, rate them, make notes on them, add photos to them, all that jazz. And allows you to also record like what amenities there are at that campground, all that kind of jazz, all that kind of stuff, so that you can actually go back and see if a site is worth visiting or not. Maybe you're planning next season. Maybe you found out that this place has availability to actually camp at. You know, what people are saying about it. That is the goal of this app. That is what this app does. I need to put more screenshots on here as well. You can download it on the App Store right now. It is available. I need to set up a command for it, but it's free to download. It does come with there is a subscription. It's like $30 a year for the subscription. But yeah, so it's like $30 per year for the subscription. There's a month-to-month version also with a 1-week free trial on the year subscription. I'll be honest, I don't know if it's quite worth the subscription yet. Seeing how with the subscription, you really just unlock being able to add 20 photos, and you unlock on a visit, and you unlock some visit things that make it easier to record a visit. So like if you go to the same campsite twice, you can like duplicate a visit, so you don't have to rewrite everything, or choose like the campgrounds again. You can also, and those are really the main things of I'm not really upselling my subscriptions here. Anyway, also it is still just showing an indie developer support for if you do subscribe also, which I think is nice. If you like the app, you subscribe to it, I am more likely to want to keep working on the app, because of everything that's around. Also though, I'm gonna keep working on it either way. That's the goal. But yeah, so we're gonna keep going with that. Yeah, appreciate it. I think it's pretty cool. I built it in about it probably took me a month to build fully and get it shipped out and everything. Actually, hold on. We can go and find this out a little bit. Whoops. A little bit. I can tell you when I first streamed about it, at least. So yeah, about 1 month ago, I started working on this campsite app. It was originally called Campmates. Campmates was taken on the App Store, so I eventually named it Camp Notes, a camping journal app. And here we are. We are now here. So I was trying to get it done in 2 weeks on July 23rd. So we're coming up about a month and a half. But yeah, it's been a good time. I have 2 streams of where I've worked on it before. And the only reason I have 2 is because macOS, I was on the macOS beta, Tahoe beta, and it failed. Like, it was causing issues on my computer for some reason. So then I had to stop streaming, and I just kind of kept building though. And here we are. It's out. You can go find it on the App Store. It's available to download. So we're going through these question and answers for the Shipaton hackathon, because there's like a bunch of prizes we can win, and that was the whole reason of me building it also, was to come up with a simple app that I want to build, ship, get out, and start like shipping things again on the App Store. So they have a couple different prizes. There's the grand prize. There's some other categories here, through 3rd through 1st place, other types of things. So we're just filling out the questions that are all asked inside the project to fill through, right? So it's a lot to go through. Like, I'm still in the about this project section, so we're gonna do that. That's what we're doing. Where'd this go? Anyway, so you're just kind of hearing my thoughts, process all this out, hearing what I'm gonna write, all that jazz before it goes into an editor of some kind, probably into Claude, maybe ChatGPT. I don't know which one's actually better for this kind of stuff. Visit collaboration. This is the main feature of the app that this is the main reason. Main reason I created the app. I want to be able to collaborate, whoops, on visits with my wife and friends, as we have found with my wife, so that we have one source, so that we have we can evaluate sites together. So there's visit collaboration, gamification. Allow users to collect coins based on their usage of the app. Just something fun I want to build, and I think people enjoy based on lots of other apps that have levels and challenge coins and levels and achievements that can be collected. Well, allow users to collect on their usage of the app to increase retention. This is also a feature I think can increase some retention due to the due to a user wanting another user to another person to share the experience with. I don't like this sentence. I don't know what to do better about it. We'll see about it later. What was the next thing I said? I had a whole list of what I wanted to do. Sort campgrounds based on location. Sort and filter campgrounds to meet their needs. What's next? Solving the issue of an empty data set. As I said in the challenges, I think I think users are scared to enter data or even trust the app, as there are not a lot of campgrounds or sites added. If the user, I can fix this by adding an API, by getting data from APIs that are available and using that data to populate at least the campgrounds, and allow for users to not be turned off by there being no data. Still not the best, but that's basically the idea. So I think I do, like, as one of the challenges I faced, I ran into and still run into, are the empty data sets challenge. So again, this is all crowdsourced right now. I really focused hard on completing the parts of the app that need to be completed. So like adding a campground, adding a site, adding a visit. Like I focused on those things: viewing a campground, viewing a site, viewing a visit. I really focused on getting those done and shipping it to the App Store. And now I really got to get data into the app that's not just crowdsourced data, so that, you know, maybe all the Washington state parks are there, maybe all the Oregon state parks are there, maybe I can get the national parks in there, you know, those kind of things. Like just get those all started to get populated without users having to be in there, because then those campgrounds become more because there's campgrounds in there, they can start like looking at them and building visits and sites against those campgrounds. I mean, ideally sites would go in there too, but I really like the idea, and this might not work, of each site having its own location on the map. So I can build out like a map, so you can see on the map exactly where like site 1 is compared to site 42. Ideally I even get a little bit more detailed, and I'm like, okay, here is where the restroom is, but we'll see how that goes. But I think what's next, these are really the next two things. Marketing. I started blogging and have an Instagram schedule and have some videos to make to push more people to the app. But the videos to make to push more people to the app, so I organically I want to see how far I can push like the organic market, rather than trying to like throw money at the ad spend, because I don't have money to throw right now. I need to kind of get it built up. That $30 is barely pays for the domain. So here we are. So started blogging, have some videos to make, push and have some videos to make to push more people to the app organically. So I want to start doing that to hopefully increase app downloads and users, to increase daily active users. My goal is, well, to increase sites being made, visits being made. At least 10 visits being made per month by next year. I don't know where I'm coming up with this number. I feel like if I can have 10 visits per month being made by next year, like that sets me up. That means like people are using the app. I currently have 12 visits made right now. I mean, it's gonna be weird though, as especially like the United States like is getting into its like fall season. I don't know how many people really go like fall and winter camping here. I know it's a thing, but like how many people actually do? I think a goal of starting with like 10 sites per month by next year like is a good goal. Even if I don't have any like revenue coming in with that, I think that's just like a good like start. Might seem low, but I think it's good. It helps. It gives me an achievable goal. All right. So I think that's probably enough here. So let's go into what was it built with. So Camp Notes is an iOS only app. Originally built for iOS 26. Is an iOS only app that supports is an iPhone only app, really, or iOS only app that supports iOS 26 and iOS 18. It is optimized only for the iPhone, as I wanted to focus on being able to use the app easily while camping, and I don't generally carry easily while camping. That's fine. Camp Notes uses Swift and SwiftUI for the iOS app. And relies on Firebase for storage, authentication, and database needs. Yeah. Analytics is powered through PostHog. I chose to use PostHog as the analytics source because their free tier is really nice. Allows for a lot of events, and I can log my errors and other through it. Anyway, now that's to monitor if a flow is breaking the app. And I can log my errors through it to monitor if my flow is breaking through the app, as I am using Swift Log for structured logs. Sup, Mono! Thanks for subscribing again. Sup. Hold on, it's gonna be loud. Sup. I think it renewed the other day. I wasn't live. That makes sense. That's when it would happen. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Also appreciate the subscription. Oh, I did actually mean, and this might be actually like helpful, good for you to know. My goal is in what's next. So I'm pulling out my Shipaton stuff, figuring this out. What's next is after I hit my goal of 10 visits made per month. I would like to expand this into, I probably should expand it into more like the iOS platform, like an iPad app and such, but I'd actually want to expand it into a Android app. Into an Android app to hit those people. Aw, thanks. I tried. You know, I think that's how you're supposed to like respond. I really appreciate it. And you left me a very nice review. So it worked out. It makes it easy to leave a nice review, like reply, when the review itself is very nice. But I do want to actually expand this into a Android app at some point. Compile just said thanks when he reviewed his app. I mean, that sounds like Compile. Yeah, that sounds like what Compile would say. But yeah, I am, I was taking the time and effort, because I think that it really does help at the same time. Like, if people are going to look at the app, they look at the reviews, they see the developer responds, like it's supposed to help build goodwill. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. All right, so what else was this built with? We have analytics powered through PostHog, use Swift Log, SwiftUI, relies on Firebase for storage, authentication, and database needs. Should have responded to my meh. It honestly just depends on what you're trying to do with it, to be honest. Like, I don't respond to my iHog ones, which is probably bad because it's arguably making a little bit more money than the other ones, but they're also not the greatest reviews because I know there's some bugs. And I also know the way it connects to the console is a little flaky, but that's not something I can do. But so I kind of just let those live and just keep pushing out updates like every year, one update a year, but we'll see. So it all just depends. Oh, we can exit here. What else did I do? Did I do anything else? Oh, yeah. One signal is used for email communications. So, and for in-app messaging. Like when it's time to upgrade. I do plan on using it for notifications, but I need a reason. I need the collaboration feature to be implemented first. Planning on using it for notifications when it's time to upgrade. It is also used for notifying when users. I haven't implemented this part, but I plan on doing it when a user's trial is about to expire. So again, I have one more app update that I want to do before I actually submit like Shipaton, so that all this stuff is out. So we'll see how this goes. Let's see. I used one signal. I used analytics, PostHog. Let's go see. Oh, revenue cat. I guess I should put for paywall and gating features. What else did I do? Where's Xcode? Why? I mean, I really do like Xcodes. I think it is a very well done app, but that's not what I was trying to download. Open right now. Let's go see what all I have as dependencies. I guess that's really it for dependencies, right? Like, so Firebase, Revenue Cat. I guess there's Zip Foundation for exporting, Zip Foundation for exporting, like JSON, but that doesn't really work. I think that's it. I think that's all I did for right now. To be honest. All right, try it out. Link. It can be downloaded on the App Store. I had already pasted the App Store link here. Okay. It's fine. My doggo got to be on here. I actually need to add another screenshot here whenever my visits is done to show that new like visit screen that I showed y'all earlier. Copy. Cool. Should be enough. There. All right. Let's keep going down to words, and then do I really want to go down more words, or do we feel like? I feel like getting the project stuff is better. Will be more fun for a little bit. All right. So let's do a thumbnail. Streamboo.com. Remove the space. Cheap viewers. I don't really care, unfortunately, about viewers. I think I have a great time getting viewers that care about me, and that's what matters. How do I... Is it gone? Are they gone? Maybe. I don't know. I never remember how to actually like, oh, here they are. I already banned. Oh, ban again. I thought I had banned, but I guess not. All right. Banned now. Sweet. All right, let's get the thumbnail. 3x2. What size? It does not say. 5 megabit file. So that's 4x3. All right, well, we'll just poof. And this is how I do it. 300. Whoops. Helps if I write the right number. 300 by 200. Then we can just make it a little bit larger. Great. Where did... So that is that. Those are the App Store screenshots. Onboarding. Hold on. I'll be right back. I have to go take care of the dog. All right, I'm back. I am sorry that took so long. My dog is a hot mess right now. He's back in the donut. He won't stop eating himself. He has bad allergies or whatever is going on. It's not great. For him, for me, because I have to deal with it. But so that's what's going on there. So let's now that I'm back though, let's make sure streaming is back. Yeah, he's I don't know what's going on. He basically underneath his armpit, he has like a fatty, like, it's a tumor, I guess, but it's not it's a tumor, but it's not like cancerous or anything. So he has that like stuck there, and it rubs really raw, and he's gonna be 10 in like less than 10 days now. So I don't think the vets want to take it out. They've never wanted to take it out, and they've never been worried, like too worried about it. I have probably been worried about it more than they have. Anyway, when it rubs a lot, it gets really irritated, and then he just wants to eat it the whole time. And we've already been through this where he had an infection earlier this year in it. Hey, Compile, what's up? I'm talking about my dog's stupid armpit infection thing. So anyway, I think he really irritated it the last time we went camping, because like it rubs weird, especially when he's in his harness. And he hasn't left it alone. And this whole stream, apparently he was just going at it, and his whole armpit was just basically wet. It felt like he went swimming. So he is in his donut of shame, and dealing with that. And yeah, there goes Sydney. Sydney is now what do you want? She went missing today, all day. She went missing almost all day, all afternoon, basically. Turns out she was in the closet, and that's what she wanted. Yep. Sydney. It's easier to let her in than it is to hear her scream the whole time, so that's what happens there. All right. We are preparing for Shipaton. I'm back. Anyway, nope, I'm back. I switched and I had muted myself. So we should be back. Mic should be good. Cool. Made myself a little larger, usually for the code stuff. When I'm coding, like, it's okay to be a little bit smaller, but this is fine. I'll be not as mini. All right. We are trying to make a thumbnail for this app here. So let's do it. Medium J. It's funny. Since moving up here, I have befriended another J, and he's a bit older than me, so we call him Big J. And then we were calling me Medium J, so it's actually quite apt, Manu, that is what you said now. But yes, so Medium J is sticking, apparently. All right, so we have our thumbnail. I should have. Those are marketing, file, no, where are app icons? Maybe, yeah. I think it's this one. Grab that and let's plop it in. Oh, okay. Here. Why is it not going smaller? I don't know. Still not smaller. Hey, it's gonna be, oh, okay. What if we group it? And then we move the group up here. Can I make it smaller now? No, I can only make it larger. Why can I not make it smaller? All right. Oh, I wonder if it's because everything's locked, maybe? Okay, so I think that was it because things were locked. I got things smaller, but the parts that I wanted smaller were not smaller. Oh my god, I hate Figma sometimes. Like, it's a pain. You know what? Delete that. When you went on holiday, there were 5 out of 7 of you that started with the name J. So you just chatted JJJ to assert our dominance as J Squad. Chanted JJJ. That's great. I love that. J names are really common, I've learned, which is cool. But yeah, that's awesome. I like that. All right. Where did so we have Claude here? I have a color palette here. Boom. All right. Y'all, sometimes, like, get down, Sydney. Sydney. I bet he mostly screamed, ah, as he went down the mountain, probably. And it is probably a-okay to annoy the K Squad, to be honest. All right, so we have the primary color here. Let's just make our own. We'll probably want to do a gradient. Going from there, oh, to here. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god. It's linear, but we need to, why is it being weird? Like, why is it not, oh? Had to rename the others Dandy and Drav so they fit in. Can't leave them out at all. No, I don't need another one. Delete that. Yeah. Okay, but why? Oh, no, come back. Baby, come back. But like, we should have it going. I don't understand what's going on here. But we should see it full. Like, why is it not? Oh, because, haha. It's not full because I had the opacity set to 20%. It helps. The Weekend Spell Brigade. Oh, I saw that. I saw that in the Discord. I am not currently allowing myself to do anything other than getting Shipaton done. I own at least 1 Windows, right? Absolutely not. Actually, I own 0 Windows. I own 0 things. I guess, is it on a Switch? Can I get on a Switch? Like a Nintendo Switch? Sometimes those games port over, sometimes not. Yeah, I own 0. I own 0 non-Apple computing platforms. If you don't count game consoles and televisions. It's just Steam for PC. Yeah, if it's only PC, I can't do it. And I don't play video games enough to justify a Steam Deck, because I've also looked into those. Radial? There we go. At some point. But again, can't quite justify it. It just isn't in the cards right now. We're gonna attempt. Come on, and then bring it down. No, up, maybe. We'll actually bring it down here. Whoops, add a step. There we go. Just to smooth it a little bit more out. Cool. Hey, can you not go in that? Thank you. We're gonna attempt next year to actually like buy a house. So the funds that I also wanted to use for like a new laptop, because it's probably about time to get a new laptop, is not available either. So I'm kind of on a not. What is going on with you? Okay. So I'm on a not buying random things kick right now. You're trying to get Adam to install a Tahoe VM and his Sequoia install to run a Windows VM to play the game with us. Oh, so many VM hops there. It'll be fine running a game in a VM, right? And a VM and a VM, right? It would probably be fine. I've run like parallels and stuff before, but not like that many VMs. It worked fine. That'll probably be fine. Can I just grab that? All right, let's see if this one works. Ha! Look, I have this. I have the tent. So like, to make a good thumbnail, you obviously have the tent, right? So this is the app icon itself. Action chance. J. Wait, Jay, you're on their team? No, I'm not on anyone. I'm not on anyone's team. I'm just, because I was just saying that it would probably be fine, like to run a VM inside a VM inside a VM. I've done like networking that way through like, so like having to connect a like lighting console through a VM to get from a Mac that's running on a Mac that is somehow going somewhere else to connect to a Windows VM somewhere else on the Mac, and it worked fine. I can't imagine a game not working fine. But yeah, you should do it. I'd watch the stream. Someone stream. I'm sure someone would stream it, right? Whether on Twitch or in the Discord. We had to cancel our camping trip this weekend, so I'm down. Y'all, I have no idea how to make a thumbnail. Is it SF? Yeah. Rounded? Maybe, probably. You don't think Adam has enough disk space to install a Tahoe VM with Xcode and a compiled app? Surely that's at least 300 gigs right there. I mean, yeah, pretty close. It's gotta be close, if not more than 300 gigs, honestly. Let's go. Sure. Oh, where's my orange? And then we'll add a stroke of, let's increase this. It doesn't look like I made this too much, right? Yeah. Say hi. You now don't want to yell? All right, are we happy? Can we go? Okay. All right, you're gonna go. You're gonna leave. If you can't, calm down. This is how I do. I've been doing some meetings lately. She's starting to get a little bit needier lately. I don't know why, but she's been needy. So these have been like how my meetings have been. All right. No, you can't get on the desk though. Meow meow. That's right. Meow meow. That's what she does. She's actually been yelling with the dog lately, and it's been kind of annoying. She's been getting into fights with him. I don't know why, but she sure has. Ew. No. She's been yelling at the dog. She's been all the things that are not good with the dog. All right, we'll go with that. Should be fine. Let's see. Screenshot. Hold on. When she's right, she's right. It's true. She is. 100%. All right. Submitting camp notes into a hackathon. I need to make a thumbnail. What would you do to improve this thumbnail? Please take into consideration my color palette. So I've actually been using like Claude a lot for like design aspects like this, like where I'm just like, hey, can you please like fix this better? Replace it is in the brand color. Yeah, can you please show me it? What's that? Okay. And it's kind of cool because it'll do this thing, and we're just gonna wait and see what's gonna happen. And we'll see what goes on here. That's actually how I got my app icon also, was asking this to help me here. Okay, but this made it worse-ish. Okay, so basically we want to move this here, is what I'm understanding. And then we'll move this here. And then maybe take the stroke off. That's needed. We'll just won't make it as heavy. Ooh, instead of the stroke being black, let's put it as the... But like, do I have a little bit darker on the color palette? Green? Yes, I do. Look at that. Just makes it pop a little bit more. So it's like the same, it's in the same family of the green. So it just pops a little bit more on that gradient, which is great. It's like I'm a real designer. Just kidding. I'm not a designer. Have I used Claude Code yet? I have, actually. I used it a lot on this app. I don't think I'd be quite as prepared as I am for this app to go, like for this app to have been submitted if it wasn't for Claude Code, to be honest. But yeah, I've done a lot in Claude Code. I've really liked it. The beginning of the stream had a section where it was like, hey, what did I like? I'm going through basically this whole stream. I've been going through and answering like the questions that I need for Shipaton. And one of them was what I learned. I think the biggest thing was like how to effectively work with AI. So when do I not let AI, when do I not rely on AI, and when do I how do I prompt it? So I've learned a bit about that. Trial, error, keeping up with it, stuff like that. It's been fine. I like it. I shouldn't say fine. It's been great. It helps me a lot. It's sped up my development time a lot. It also sometimes causes me to go into like circles and spirals because I want it to do exactly what I want. And And like once it gets like 95% of the way there, I have to remind myself, hey, stop, and then go back and, do the actual code work myself. I do watch everything that goes in there though. So like if I am, what is it specifically? So if I'm like what I was working on making like I was working on a feature today, making the campground be optional when you make a visit, and it was getting stuck on doing something. So I let it just get stuck, and then I stopped it and I fixed where it was getting stuck at. Oh, it was using a property wrapper. Where'd it go? Hold on. I know exactly where it got stuck. Visits. Form view model. Here. I have this property wrapper for a feature flag. I made it. If you don't have observation ignored, it gets really upset because you don't, outside of a view, Swift does not like using property wrappers on computed properties, which ultimately that's what this feature flag is. It has the key, and then this wrapped value gets it from post hog, right? And then it complains because it's applying to a computed property, right? Both Claude Code and the ChatGPT in Xcode were going in circles and not figuring it out, like how to remove this error. They were like, you have to rewrite the feature flag, the property wrapper. You have to just completely remove it or call it a different way. And I was just like, no, like it's probably just this being an issue because it's getting trapped on like how to update it. And well, that was the issue, was that it wasn't being ignored properly. Like, so that it wouldn't trigger a like redraw or whatever in the form view model. Anyway, so there are things that I'm learning, like, hey, just pause. Like, it's okay. Jay knows better in some cases and should do that. But yeah, I really like Claude Code. I was trying to use the ChatGPT one the other day, Codex, and it doesn't work as nice. I found it not working as nicely, but that's just me. Anyway, long way of saying, yeah, I have. I like it. Have you used it yet, Adam? Or chat? Cool, we're gonna do that. All right, so I think we can then group this and we'll center. Boom. I think that'll work. Oh, I do not like that it's not. That's better. All right, Mono's considering it. You just canceled your Copilot. Yeah, I actually never used GitHub Copilot. Adam, you basically just don't even code anymore. Claude does everything. And Compile uses it when you hit a brick wall or need to do something fast. Yeah, and it's also a great debugging tool. Yeah, it also is that. If you're trying, I found it really great if I'm trying to be like, hey, I need to debug XYZ. Can you figure it out? Type of thing. But yeah. In August, I had the $100 subscription for it, and I'd never hit any limits, and it was great, and I was like flying through things like really quickly. And then this month, like I went down to the $20 version, and I am definitely hitting limits like really quickly or quicker with it, but it's been, but like I think I can still live within the $20. Like I'm not relying it fully on it enough to where the $20 is really hindering me a lot. You liked Copilot for PR reviews, and you caught typos and small stuff for you. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, you run the $20 version, and you don't hit limits. Yeah. Yeah. I think it depends on how much stuff you throw at it and when you'll hit your limit. So once it tells me I'm going to approach the 5-hour limit, I'm like, great. That's when I'm going to exit. I'm going to come to a good stopping point. I'm going to exit. I'm going to go drink some water, go to the bathroom, go get coffee from downstairs, that kind of thing. And then I come back and it's usually ready to go again if it's like a Saturday or something. And if it's not a Saturday and I've hit it in like a couple hours, then like I need to probably go do like shift to something else. But yeah. You mostly ask, is Coco type right? That is valid. And then it says, you're absolutely right. Coco type is right, right? That's how it answers. All right, so I think this thumbnail's fine. Now, what's next? Where are we? That's the App Store. I don't care about the App Store right now. Craft. Does that have a thumbnail? Oh, we need the app icon. I think, is there a way to export the app icon just from Icon Composer? Open with Composer. Or is this not gonna work for... Is this not gonna be a great app icon to use for this because it's not gonna have like the corners? He didn't want to mention that bit in case he's reading. That's fair. Let's see. I don't know. I know that there were specific things around it. I still need to make the video demo also, and that I'm not gonna do on stream because I don't want to overwhelm my computer or y'all watching me do this, and it'd be even harder. I don't even know what to do in a demo, like a video demo, so I need to figure that out. Okay, it says a 1024 by 1024 app icon. Like, does it... I am assuming when I export from here, I think I can export file, share, no, export, 1x. I really, okay, that's fine. Export, desktop. Let's see what happens. Whoops, everyone's going away. Yeah, so when I export, it exports with the squircle, which I'm guessing is not actually what I want to do. So let's, I think I have it. All right, go away. Hold on. Give me Xcode again. Assets. I do have an actual app icon. Show and Finder. And that is 1024. Yeah. Okay, so let's drag this over here. Where is Figma? Alright, so let's just put them all on the same page. It doesn't matter. Delete. Yeah, Sydney, it doesn't. I'm sorry. I know. I really need to get like a real app designer to come through and do this, like at some point, because like now I notice that this app is not actually centered here. This icon, like the tent, it's good enough. My life for this is good enough. So that is what we're going by right now. All right, what is next? Craft, come back. Thanks, Compile, for again suggesting Craft for the iOS for the 26 upgrades, because I think this has been really great. To be honest, I've been really enjoying Crafts. Okay, so we need device. We need screenshots without device frames. So let's go in here. Let's open up Rocket Sim. Yeah, no, I really enjoy Craft a lot, and I forgot it came with the set app. And then I remembered when you were talking about downloading it, and I was like, ooh, I think I was about to subscribe, and then I was like, wait, I remember like a couple years ago, maybe it was last year sometime, they came out with the set app subscription. Let's log out. And I got really excited about it. I had to let a subscription lapse or whatever for it though. So now I'm really excited that I get to come back and like not have to pay for it, which is even better because I'm already paying for it a different way. But yeah, Xcode. Let's change. Manage schemes. Edit. I mean, I care, but like, All right, debug. We'll go into release mode. All right, where is? All right, and then this is. Oh, really? It needs an update. Did I have to do the update? Probably not, but it'll be okay. We'll open it back up in a bit. And open. Now that that's done. I actually have Helm. Oh, I didn't know I would get 30% off. Oh, damn. Next time. Next, before it goes again. All right. Features. Cool. All right. So we are in the dev. We are in release. So I for my screenshots, I usually use. Ooh, actually, hold on. I really want to get let's delete it. Remove. Delete. I want to get the onboarding screenshots in first. Because I actually really like my onboarding screenshot a bit. I put a little bit of work into it. I should put a little bit more into recreating some of these screens in Figma to make some better App Store screenshots. But alas, we'll just grab from here. Okay, so Coco Type does remember. I asked in the Dev Club Discord and in my Discord if anyone remembered the Scrabble game where you would where you had the iPad as like the actual board and then the iPhones were the players' hands. Because my wife we were talking about playing Scrabble and we don't have a Scrabble board, but we do have lots of Apple devices. Wow. That could solve this problem. And so like it used to be a thing and I remembered it. So I was just wondering if other people also remembered it. And Coco Type also does remember it. So at least someone remembers it and I didn't just make it up. I believe it was like in a party play is what they called it. Oh, that's what the internet told me. Party play mode, which seemed really cool, but they also killed it. Yeah, tiles in the card games on the phone. Yeah, I do too. I thought that was a really cool, good use of it. Yeah, either on the iPad or like on the Apple TV, kind of like Jackbox, right? The Jackbox games where they're on the TV, like I don't know, whatever animations on the TV, and then like you answer on your phone, and then it affects everyone. Those were great. Those are great for like long things. But yeah, so like Jackbox, but with like actual board games. And then I found out that like several years ago, Scrabble, Hasbro, I guess, killed the app because they wanted to make it more expensive for people to play the digital games. Yeah. But I would like to learn how to make my own game like that. I just think it would be really hard considering I don't usually have that type of like server-side knowledge. I don't have that type of server-side knowledge that's currently needed to do that, but I think it could be possible and could be fun. Well, obviously it's possible, just they didn't give up with it. Anyway. All right, so it should install soon. Come on. Let's go. Well, that's probably because I kept it. I didn't need to actually debug it, but that's fine. It takes 5 million years. Yeah, Jackbox is awesome. I like it. It's great. Played it a lot over the pandemic because it was easy to actually do with a lot of people over like Zoom if we wanted to with our friends. Should play it again. I should figure out how to do it on the stream. Maybe we could do it as a group sometime. Have fun. Or even just in the Dev Club Discord or something. Alright, I don't know how it logged me in. Why did it log me into anything? Weird. Okay. Rocket, where are you? Can you show the floating window now? There it is. All right. All right. Yeah, no watermark. We don't need touches. We don't want the device to bevel. We'll just do PNG. That's fine. And we'll log in. Log in. Great. Things are going to start populating. I don't care. I don't. Those don't look great. As great as I was hoping in light mode. I don't have my phone in light mode, so I never actually check those out as much. Let's go fix that. My visits view. Yeah. Should go into. Oh, that's gonna get gross. Hold on. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to figure out what all I can switch here. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Session replay. Check out. Okay, and then whatever. Visit card view. So instead of it being primary, I think we want it to always be .white in here. Yeah. And it only whenever it's overlaid on the image. If it's never overlaid on the image, it's fine. Oh, 100%. I hate designing. I don't like doing screenshots for the App Store. It is not fun. Foreground style .white. I think that'll be fine. Forcing yourself to get through it. That's fair. Yeah. I understand. Copy that. Let's paste it here. Figure out how it goes in a bit. Yeah, no, the App Store, and then figuring out like good App Store like screenshots, like the design part of it, like a marketing screenshot is like hard. Yeah, I know. Hold on, I have an app. Well, this is building. You can pay for it. So I did for like a month or so. Maybe I did for a year. It's cheap. It's like $10 a year, I think, or something. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see if it loads. It should load. Okay, it's called Picasso, and what it does is having issues at first, like doing these, like to not doing these. It was having issues trying to like export while I was on betas, so I stopped using it. But it gives you templates that you can drop things into, right? So you can export even directly to the App Store and change it up. Yeah, so you can export directly to the App Store. You can export to the file system. They have different templates. So there's like 3 different templates that they have that you can go through, change it up, all that jazz. Store it, change the text. You can go, of course, and then change the text, background, all the color and stuff like that. These obviously are not the ones that I have on the App Store right now, because the ones I have on the App Store were based off of these though, but they're not as, hi Sydney. They're just not as good because this wasn't working and I just didn't want to take the time. I needed to just get up. I need to add one more of this new visits view here. Oh, that looks so much better. We can see him now. And then make sure that works dark mode wise. Here. Great. All right, let's screenshot that. Anyway, so that app is called Picasso. Again, I don't know if I fully highly recommend it, but I like it enough to at least get the idea of what I'm building, of what the App Store screenshot should look like. And again, I think the app dev just put out an update, so it should be usable now. Where's the one with Thorgy? I think that was at this one. Yeah. I don't know how many screenshots I'm actually supposed to have for Shipaton. It just says at like some screenshots. So I said, okay. I know. Here you go. All right, goodbye. I'll leave you. She'll yell in like 10 more minutes for me to go and open the door again. Yeah, I'm not sure how many screenshots I'm supposed to have, but we'll do them. All right, so we have those 3. I don't really like showing off the campgrounds list. I mean, it's cool, but because it... Oh, we'll do this one. We'll just go down here and do it. All right, let's try it again. PNG screenshot here. Oh, I should force... I can't show onboarding again without completely deleting the app, so I don't want to do that. Well, can I? Hold on. I might be able to. There used to be... I don't know if it works for, like... User defaults editor. Standard. Oh! Sweet. Let's, log out. Settings. Log out. Force quit real quick. Is first launch. Log back in. Ha! Alright. Rocket Sim. Super cool. Super great. Because I can do that. I forgot that I thought I had remembered that they added this part, but there's a user defaults editor that lets you open these and you can get everything in here. And you can start doing that. So this is cool. You can like reset, like I say whether or not to show onboarding based on this user default. All right, so we have this. Let's delete that. And then go back here, force this. Oh, that's fun. That's not gonna do it, is it? Great, there we go. Oh, and then the time. Oh, why did it not show the time? We'll just... Oh, no, come back. I'm messing around too much, but it's fine. All right, so let's get screenshot. Figma. Copy. Paste. Dark mode. Continue. Log in now. Log in. Sweet. I don't care. Can I get one of Thorgy in this one? No, but that was a great photo. I'm not gonna make. All right. Let's do that one. That's the one where Thorgy is. G's. Turn off dark mode again. Again, I don't know how many I'm supposed to have, so we're just gonna do a couple with and without dark mode and call it done. Sweet, and screenshot it. There we go. All right, and then we'll get it in dark mode real quick. Screenshot, copy, paste it over. I guess I can do. I don't know. I feel like these are probably. Oh, I didn't even do my visits. Duh. Like the list itself. And then after this, I think we'll be good. This doesn't matter, but I'm gonna make it matter. Not gonna push it 88 times though. Okay. There we go. All right. Screenshot. Copy, paste. I'll also use these in my previews and my app review thing as well. Dark mode, screenshot, copy. Cool. All right, we are good here, I think. So let's put that. And we can. Where did fork go? Probably dismiss my changes here. Oh, I do need a stage. I do need to add this though. Fix. Text is more legible in light mode. Oops. On visit card. Push. Okay. Where are we? Now you can close. Craft. Okay, I have screenshots. I need to put them in the 1179 by 250. What is these? This size. Okay, not the right size. So let's do frame. 1175. Right? No, 79 by. This seems weird, like a weird screenshot size. Is that right? 1179 by 22556. Huh. I'm assuming, like, what do you think they mean by this? Because, like, this is not a great, surely, like, Revenue Cat does not want this. Let's go. Oh, great. They're all saved here, so I can also... I'm gonna post it in the Discord real quick. Where does this even go in the Discord? Would it be random? Ship it? Probably ship it. I'm gonna say it's ship. Well, why not? Truly, this is not what Revenue Cat wants as a screenshot of the app. Like, that just looks bad, but it says include at least one screenshot with a resolution of 1179 by 250 by 2556 without device frames. So, like, that's what this is. It just looks bad. Like, should I do, like, dark so that at least, like, you can see around it? Or should I do clear? I think a clear background makes more sense. All right. And then we'll make it as big as possible inside. Great. I still don't think it's quite as clear. I did not. I have been I'll be honest, I didn't even watch the new iPhone like release keynote thing. I just kind of like ordered it based on the color. But I will have to go watch that, I'm sure. Has broken AF Meta glasses. Ooh. I mean, they just came out with like the new ones, right? With the screens in them. Is that what I read correctly? Ugh, I really wish those weren't Meta. I really want to try them, but yeah. It's cool to see live demo failures from Facebook. Yeah, I understand. I just really wish they weren't Meta, and that would like really be cool. Can I just say, like, Figma makes this so easy. I mean, the Meta glasses aren't, you know, on Meta AI and if you're not, yeah, same. But the smart glasses, at least Meta's, don't look that much different than like the glasses, some of them from the glasses I'm wearing right now. Like, they're in the Wayfair Classics, and they're like a little chunkier, but not too much. Like, I don't know, I like them. If they weren't Meta, I'd have them already, to be honest. I think I'm gonna submit too many screenshots, but here we are. Whoops, that did not go right. Oh, why? What'd I do wrong? I just realized it's just been pasting like over. It hasn't been like, hold on. Delete those. Whoops. I thought it's been like copying and pasting like on it, but yeah, I don't know. The Google XR glasses I also haven't seen. Can I just see the glasses? Oh, with the, are these the ones with the screens in them? Okay, I want these. These are like the future of what I've been wanting. If these are actually like what they're releasing. Like that is what I want. Like, I mean, I basically just want like the HUD from like Iron Man in my glasses so that as I'm looking at people, like they get to, like it, I mean, I'm really bad with names, so it'd be really great to always be able to remember names, right? Like it's hooked into that kind of thing. But yeah, the Google Maps looks great. I need to watch more of these, but I really, yeah, AR, XR, like those are like what I really want. I don't want VR. I understand that VR is like a step into AR, but yeah, these are what I want. You also don't want the Zuck haircut. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Absolutely not. We'll delete those. Delete those. And these. Duplicate and grab, paste, delete. Duplicate, grab, paste, and delete. Whoops. All right, so these are done. Screenshots are done. Yeah, the Zuck haircut does not look good, I'll be honest. What else? So I need to do the video demo. Ugh, there's so many more like words I have to make. Let me go over read what the ham award actually is. Help apps make money. Where is the ham award? Okay, exists to help apps make money. This award goes to the project that demonstrates the most robust and creative monetization strategy by mixing subscriptions, virtual currency, or other revenue streams. I don't actually do that. I just do standard subscriptions, so I don't think we're gonna do that. Oh, do y'all think I should have included a screenshot of my paywall? Do you think it's okay that I didn't include a screenshot of my paywall? I think I should be having the paywall in there. Like I should view the, like it should be there to view. Because this is Revenue Cat, right? Like Revenue Cat does, we should be seeing the paywall. Sorry, y'all. A little sleepy. I'm actually like wondering if if Revenue Cat has like a list of things like live streams that maybe there's like a how to ace your like submission type stream, but maybe not. Stupid, but do you think Apple is really falling behind the industry? They have the Vision Pro, but that's long after the Oculus, no foldable phones, no glasses, minimal AI. Like they've always been behind, but I feel like they are really behind at the moment. You know, that's a really good question. My app's building, so there's really no reason to be there. Where's the question? Here it goes. I don't think it's stupid. I think it's a good question. I think a lot of people are asking this right now. So I think a lot of people are asking this question. Like, is Apple falling behind? Like, they don't have a lot of AI, like, integration. There's no foldable phones, all the things you're highlighting. And I have to say, like, in my opinion, not everyone has to do everything. So like I actually don't mind there not being a foldable phone. Like it's it doesn't seem like something that's really necessary to me, like to have a foldable phone in the lineup. I think I think they actually need to get back into their roots of just doing really good software and stop trying to like monetize every single service they have under the sun. So like in that respect, I think they're kind of falling behind like to themselves because they're not focusing enough on like polishing all the details. I also don't consider like VR a thing that they have to be ahead in, to be honest. Like I think the VR is their that Apple Vision Pro is their step into trying to figure out how AR can work, and how they can make it work for what they want necessarily. I shouldn't have been able to log in here. Yeah, so they like this is so yeah, this is just like them. I mean, I don't know. So like it's hard to say if they're falling behind or not. I don't think they're falling behind. I also don't think like if they have no glasses that they've put out yet, I think that they will put out some type of glasses. Like I said, I think the Vision Pro is actually going to lead to more AR stuff with them. I think that it was just the first thing they could get out, and they probably sunk too much money, and they literally had to get it out. You don't understand the VR play. AR is where it's at. Yeah, I think the VR was just like a step, and it got their like, what is it? It got their feet wet in the reality headset world, whether that's glasses or like the Vision Pro itself. But like I've noticed, like at least when it comes to the watch, they're releasing things where they have it closer to perfect than they do whenever like with what makes than they do where it might not be as perfect, but it makes more sense. So like a really interesting like thing that I noticed is like I think it was last watchOS they came out with like the double pinch, right? So on your watch you can double pinch like the notification and it can do stuff. You double pinch on like the home screen and the bottom, the control or the widgets at the bottom come up, right? Now this year they introduced the ability to like flick back and it'll dismiss things, right? So they're so where I always thought that there was a missing gesture with like the double pinch thing, there is now a they now fix that missing gesture by introducing like the flick thing. So like they decide, I guess somehow either it wasn't ready yet to do the flick and the thing, or they needed more data to be able to do the flick to determine the difference between the flick and the double tap, basically. So like I think their play is more so like try to figure out how they can do it proper and do it right rather than like push ahead, because like there are a lot of really smart people there, and I don't think they're falling behind, because if they were, I think we'd be starting to see more stuff come out. Like what the old Apple had, like the I forgot what it was called. Anyway, like back whenever like before the around the next acquisition, like there are a lot of smaller products coming out that they were experimenting with, and that's when, and I felt like they just were trying to find how they work as a company then. So that's where they're going. But and they're not doing that right now, so because they have a system that works and they just need to figure, they are working towards that system. And it's, again, I think it's perfectly fine for every company, for a tech company to not want to do everything at the same time. I would actually, I mean, I really appreciate that they like have their hand in like sports. Like I could go purchase the MLS like Apple TV series from them. I mean, Apple TV like package, and not have any blackouts and all of that. But like, I'm also like, can y'all like not focus on that and just focus on something else? Like that'd be great. So I would prefer if they had more focus also at the same time. Yeah. Apple's run by more of a shareholder pleaser, like the money books type of person, and not a consumer understander, which is honestly like possibly what's hurting them a bit more, and like where they're innovating or where they're putting their like a lot of time and effort, because like they're like, you know, that even that double gesture, like they needed to go hand in hand, could have actually been a thing that they shipped together had the focus been a little bit better, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, that was my long spiel of I think they're doing okay. Everyone always wants companies to do more. That's the issue also. You don't like these big tech bros taking over sports and cinema, and don't make an F1 movie. Give me a better yeah, exactly. Like, come on, like stay focused. You don't need to have your hands in everything. Like, it'll be okay. Life will go on. Edit scheme. Let's turn off debug, close. I did all that work for this. All right, it's gonna open again, but close, kill it. I don't come back. Yeah, like y'all, I don't need F1 movie. I don't need Apple TV series, even though they're amazing. Like, I really like them actually, and like I understand that they're like completely separate. Like, obviously the developers are not making the Apple TV shows, but at the same time, I'm like, can you just be focused on something, please? That's what I would like. Oh, Helm. I also have been using Helm. Why is it doing this? Yeah, Helm was cool. That's actually, I used it for my developer, for my reviews, like to reply to them. Yeah, I've been using that. Adam, have a good night. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for being in chat. I look forward to seeing your VM inside a VM inside a VM to play a game. Seems like a lot of work to play a game, but I'm excited to hear how that goes. VMception. Oh man, I would love actually a touchscreen MacBook or like Xcode on an iPad. Like, that would be awesome. Honestly, I'm like, don't even just give me a Mac. Like, I don't care about it being a MacBook. I actually really liked the iPad before all of this mess got added into iPadOS 26. Like the window management, it just makes it really hard to use. Like, just from a muscle memory type of way. Like, I have to like retrain my brain how the window managements work. Swiping with 3 fingers doesn't always take me back to the last. There's like no idea of like screens like there used to be. Like, so I'd have like be able to swipe with 3 fingers and get to a different app. Like, it's really hard. But I really liked it. I really liked the old iPad. I think I'll get used to it. But like, great, just leave the iPad as it is now. We have window management. Let's leave it. Just bring over actual apps to it, and like, let's make it work, right? So like, you know, I need Xcode. Let's get Xcode going. Like, it's time that Xcode could probably go to an iPad. Like, I can do my Final Cut Pro stuff on it. Like, I can make my videos and all that jazz on there if I wanted to. I've tried. It's still not quite as nice as my Mac, but like, it's totally doable. Like, but like, Apple could really put some more time there instead of like focusing on putting some money towards the F1. They could probably hire some people or hire some contractors to work on stuff like that. But yeah. So with a new Chrome OS was going away, I didn't know they were merging into Android. Android Studio runs on Chrome OS, so I might be able to build an Android app in Android Studio in Android. I mean, that's pretty cool. I like it. I like the idea there. Maybe I'll just buy a Chromebook, and that's how I'll build my Android app of this. I mean, I guess I could technically build an app inside Playgrounds, but Playgrounds is still not fully Xcode, so I don't know. It's a weird one. Okay, it's installing. It's taking 5 million. Oh, well, it has to install the different schemes, I guess. All right, here we are. Test at CCT plus. Too bad there's no phone or tablet that would exist that has nearly enough resources. That is unfortunate. All right, so we will screenshot this. Yeah. I guess I'll do dark mode like I've been doing for the others. All right, should be good now. Boom. All right. We've got screenshots. Look at these. Wonderful screenshots. Yearly, monthly. I'm actually not the biggest fan of these just staying white in dark mode, but it works. It's fine. All right. A sneaky Sasquatch mode. What would that be? Oh my goodness. That is the... I was trying to... Okay. Sasquatch. I need to hire an actual developer. I mean designer to come up with a mascot. I was looking at like some apps and I noticed that they have these little cute like mascots. These little cute app icons. And it would be really fun if a Sasquatch was a... Sneaky Sasquatch. This is where it came from. Was like, and I've been thinking about doing like alternate app icons as a thing that you can unlock also with with the subscriptions. So that's actually I need to find an app icon designer that can possibly do that for me. There's some good ones. I also just don't want to spend like $600 on one right now. App just sends you a Sasquatch warning notification if you go near Peter's home. No, I haven't. Oh my goodness. Wait, it's on the App Store? It's an Apple Arcade game. Alright, well, I'll be downloading this and playing it. And we're gonna do that. But no, I had not seen that. Alright, writing it down though. Oh, I got pencil mark on my cup. And this is why I usually try to just write in pencil because then it's easy to clean up. Endless Hurdles times Camp Notes collab. Sasquatch jumping over tents. There we go. We'll promo in each other's app. I was just talking about how to do marketing, not just, but like I need to focus on marketing. There we go. Peter, we can market together. Cross promo with Sneaky Sasquatch, possibly. I feel like they're too big for me, but maybe. That'd be cool. Camp season event, yeah. Let's plan something next spring when that comes back. We're starting, well, at least in the Pacific Northwest, it's starting to get too wet. Like, I canceled my camping trip this weekend because it's too wet. But yeah, if you trip on a tent, you get details about the campsite. Oh, that'd be great. That's awesome. Jump the campfires. If you don't jump the campfire, you turn into a flaming marshmallow. Oh my goodness, what if it's a little marshmallow that's jumping across? You know, like, and you're jumping over the flames because of s'mores and roasting marshmallows. Basically, I mean, endless things here. These are also all great alternative app icons that I probably need to make at some point. Okay, I'm gonna lose these. Hold on. Alt app icon ideas. toasted marshmallow, s'mores, campfire, Sasquatch. Okay, so like something I do want to do for camp notes actually in the next release is marshmallow and a stick to fend off the wildlife. Exactly. Something I do want to do on the camp notes, like something I have that I want to do like upcoming that I talked about in here, because it's like what's next, what are you doing, is like gamification. So I want users to be able to like collect coins based on their usage of the app to increase retention. Like I think it'll help increase retention, right? When you collect things, like people are like, oh, I want to keep doing this, that kind of thing. Kind of taking inspiration from the Apple Fitness app. When you like close your ring so many times, you get these different coins and stuff like that, achievements. Everyone does gamification. I don't know why I'm also explaining gamification to y'all. Y'all know gamification. But some of these sound like cool gamification things. So like little achievements that could happen also. Like, I don't know, maybe if you've something, this would be a kind of cool AI integration, and I would have to definitely get like, I'm hoping that Apple would come out something on device first. But like somehow like be able to like, oh no, you've posted 5 photos with fire. Oh, you've now unlocked this campfire badge, like something like that. Scout badges. I mean, that was also another idea with scout badges. But I couldn't figure out how to make a scout badge easily in SwiftUI. But I do have, hold on, where'd Fort go? I'll show y'all a little bit. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, to do stuff like that. I don't have the idea that a lot right now. That'd probably take a little bit of reworking, but not too much. No SwiftUI, just SVGs from Figma. Okay, I could also do that. Yeah, that's true. Just put them in there, and then like overlay the text on top. I guess that would work if I wanted to. All right, well that's an idea also. I had made these. Where'd Xcode go? Hold on. Edit scheme. Cool. Close. Run. I mean, we are talking to Yelp for camp. I mean, yeah, basically. So there is stuff like that could happen. I need to make more. I have in the plans also to make ratings separate. So right now, all of the visit ratings impact the site and campground ratings, which should actually be separate. We should have separate site ratings and separate campground ratings from your visits. So like, you know, like if we go and visit the same campsite like 3 different times, the visits could all be rated differently than like the sites or the campground itself. But there's a lot that goes into that. I was gonna show you all the coins. Oh, I don't have a way to view the coins. I don't know why I'm opening this. Do achievements. Hold on. I'm not quite sold yet that the icons are going to be emojis. They might be something else. They'll probably end up being something else. Also the scout badges would be fun as well. Oh my goodness, it's going to take 5 million years. I'm like, it shouldn't be that long. You don't have to actually load anything. And this is why I need a new Mac. I really wish I didn't like developing on. I didn't like just picking up my laptop and going to work on the couch, or else I'd get like a Mac Studio or something to make this a lot easier. These are really small. Can we increase them? Let's go to 100. No, these used to be big. Oh, and then we'll put them in a scroll. You're now taking your Mac Mini to the office without even thinking about it. Nice. Confirmed. New Mac Mono approves this purchase. I also would approve the purchase. I have to literally though buy a house next year. Or I would like to buy a house next year, so it's gonna be a tough sell there. Yeah, but these are the little coins that I was thinking of, and then it flips around, and it would have your text here. So, like what you achieved on the back. Make them like a little shareable. Anyway, I spent too long one night trying to get apply these 3 characters. I went into sync it. It's still not quite exactly what I want, like with the crossfades and stuff, but it's good enough to do it. But we'll do. I do like the scout badge idea. I wonder if there's something I can do that's similar to this. Need one of those new fancy iPhone purse strings for the Mac Mini. That'd be great. You should. If it didn't cost $1 million for me to ship a Mac Mini mono, I would offer to sell you mine. I have mine hooked up, waiting here. It's also an M1. But yeah, I'm guessing that the shipping really is cost prohibitive for that. Yeah, it's a M1 with, I think, 16 gigabytes of RAM and either 512 or 1 terabyte of storage. I don't remember. It's decent. I run it for streaming and stuff. Like, it worked. Oh, and then we can change color, so we can have like silver. Anyway, it would have one of those like American power cables. So, could you just get a different power cable like that plugs into the back? I don't know how that works. I've obviously never lived outside America, so I don't know how that works necessarily. Anyway, these are the coins. These are fun. This was a good little distraction from stuff that I needed to do. Other things I need to do. Okay. Did you do achievement? Ideas. Scout badges instead of coins. Use graphics from Figma. All right, where are we? The US PowerPoints look like the front of the new Mac Mini. Oh, they do. Yeah, with the little, because of the USB ports on the front, the USB-Cs. Yeah. You're not wrong. They do. The new Mac Minis are so cute. With how little baby they are. I also wonder if I could get away with a Mac Mini. I probably could get away with specking out a Mac Mini. But again, I really like working while like we're watching hockey and stuff like that, like not on the computer. All right. I have to make a video demo still, which I need to finish like the app itself, like working on the app to actually get that done. You need more RAM than 16 gigabytes, to be honest. It's not enough these days. Yeah, I get it. I totally understand. Yeah, I wouldn't go. I usually try to max out my RAM as much as possible. I have a stupid amount of RAM in here, and it sometimes feels like not enough. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM in here on the M1 Max, and I still feel like it. I mean, y'all saw me struggle, but I also am streaming at the same time. But yeah, they are hefty. All right. How did I build in public, and how the process benefited the app? You have 48 gigabytes, and it's doing you very well. Nice. I usually only see it struggle when I'm doing stuff like when I'm doing both streaming and app development like this. Like I just wanted to show the preview, and that's when it struggle bust. I usually don't see it struggle bus on other times, which is fine then. It's also why I'm having a hard time justifying wanting to get a new Mac Mini, a new Mac, besides it only struggle busing during development. Like, I'd probably, I talked about this on the Discord at one point. Like, it would probably do me more good to, it'd probably do me more good to just get a capture card, or I would probably save more money if I just got a capture card and use my Mac Mini to actually stream. But then I have no idea how, like, I would end up, like, with the windows and stuff and, like, my keyboard and stuff like that. Because, like, my Mac Mini would probably just get hooked up to my monitor over here on the right, my tall one, and that would just satisfy that. And then my laptop, as I'm coding on it, would go to the studio display, which would be fine. It's just getting all that wired while keeping, like, the work set situation happening is just the hard part for me. Like, thinking about that. Your M4 barely blinks at anything, thankfully. Ah, you're on the M4. See, I'm on the M1 chip still. The M4s are very, very enticing. I'm hoping the M5s are going to offer a really good increase. All right, so how did I build in public and how did it benefit the app? I streamed a couple of app builds. This allows for streamed a couple of app builds, which allowed for input from chat, cleaner code. So it benefited the app, cleaner code. I'm gonna say this is what Mono. This is like that cleaner code section is purely for Mono's SF symbols. Enum, super great. What else did streaming my app development do? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I had a MacBook Air for work, and it was great, like, size-wise, but it was not great power-wise. And now I have a coworker who has a MacBook Air, and he really struggles. But yeah, cleaner code, more streamlined feature. Help influence UX in ways, and then also help fresh pair of eyes when choosing between two different UXs. Even if I didn't go with what chat wanted, I can I still got a good perspective. Why else do I like to stream, and what else do I gain from it? I don't know. If Apple had not abandoned back to my Mac, this would not be a problem. Oh, abandoned back to my Mac. Cheapest possible MacBook Air and the most expensive Mac Mini. That totally, like so you have the Mac Mini when you're at the desktop, like at setup, and then at MacBook Air when you're out and about. That was actually my ideal situation. Like the Mac, because the Mac Mini had a little bit more boof and it would be fine. But like, I just didn't like, I don't like switching up like from machine to machine. I'd rather have just one machine that I plug into something. But yeah. Okay, threads, I mean short posts. Short so text threads on Mastodon and threads and blog posts on my website. What did I gain from these text posts? Where are we? Oh, we can quit that. That's fine. Here. I don't know. People really didn't comment, so I didn't really gain too much. But encouragement to keep building and ship quickly. This has benefited the app the most, as I get feedback from actual users and even feedback from lack of users on what to focus on. Mac Mini for productive, Air for travel, or warmer. That makes sense. Yeah, totally makes sense. Would be the latest OS. Air would be on latest -1. Oh, how responsible of you. Now you just need the 10,000 for that. Yeah. Well, if you get that, will you send some my way too, so we can just have identical setups? That would be fine. Finding test flight users to give feedback and find critical perfect deal and find critical issues with the to give feedback and influence the app for the better. That looked fine there. Let me see if there's anything on Mastodon that I want to highlight. Maybe not. All right, I guess that's it. Links to relevant social accounts and or links to specific content you want to highlight where the progress happened. Yeah, website jwilson.zip. All right, compile. Have a good night. Enjoy. Threads.net / is it even threads.net anymore? Oh my goodness, I don't think it is. I think threads is no longer threads.net. So we have copy link to post. Yeah, I mean, this is just me just filling out the docs. I was like, ooh, I have all these extra other things I could do, but I think I'm also gonna call it soon, just because this is a little boring. And I still got to do other stuff also at the same time. Build in public ideas, design decisions, what devices and OS people are using for backward support, more recent coding standards. Yeah, the coding standards. So cleaner code, and coding and better coding standards. Yeah, I didn't really do that enough to get the pricing thoughts though, but that's a good one too. Decisions, sounding board, whatever. We're gonna say it was too. Pricing decisions for it's good enough. It's fine. HTTPS youtube.com/@heyjcodes. Where'd we go? Where are we? Come on. That's me right now. That was me then. I should probably make a playlist for this app. It's fine. Craft. Okay. Let's do jwilson.zip and this one. Just a couple places. Okay. I think that'll be okay. Stretching the truth a little bit can be okay. It can be. And honestly, I'm learning from others who build in public too, right? Like Nutter was having that big conversation about pricing and stuff like that. One Signal Boost Award. How did I use to help build the app? One Signal was used to collect emails for the waitlist, and then to let users know when the app was launched. It was also it is currently used as in-app messages for updates and notifications for subscription trial endings, and one other thing. And for welcome and for emailing users and for transactional emails. Well, transactional and marketing emails. Yeah. Right, so this would explain how the One Signal API to help build the app. One Signal so users are prompted when a user registers, they get an email welcoming them to Camp Notes. And I need to make that email better, but welcome them to Camp Notes and encourage them to use it again. Then they there has to be more, but I think I'm hitting a wall like what I'm writing. All right, y'all. I also should follow in the footsteps of everyone and go to sleep as well. It's Nutter still live? Let's see. Is he still around? or I am like falling. Nutter powers on. All right. Well, let's go raid him. We will go raid him over there also. Thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. It is always a good time. Where? Why? Okay, there it goes. All right, I always mess up the raid, but let's try it. Let's see what happens. Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Did it raid? Oh, in 2 seconds. Raid now. Is that gonna work? There we go.